Hello, I'm Logic Bunny, and come with me down the rabbit hole of knowledge. Ever feel like your brain is a sieve, facts and figures slipping right through? You stare at the page, the words swimming before your eyes, and a wave of frustration washes over you. The test is tomorrow, and it feels like everything you've studied has vanished into thin air. You're not alone. In this video, we're going to hand you the keys to unlock your brain's hidden potential. Forget those feelings of being overwhelmed and helpless, because we're about to explore proven fun and incredibly practical techniques that will dramatically improve your memory skills. Imagine effortlessly recalling information, acing those tests, and impressing your friends with your newfound mental prowess. We'll be diving deep into the fascinating world of memory, busting some common myths that might be holding you back. We'll uncover effective strategies that have been used for centuries, techniques that are as relevant today as they were in ancient times, and we'll show you how to apply these strategies to real-life situations, from remembering names to mastering complex subjects. Get ready to transform your memory from a liability into your greatest asset. Are you ready to begin? Have you ever thought of your brain as a giant hard drive, meticulously storing every fact, figure, and fleeting thought? It's a common image, isn't it? A place where you can just dump information and retrieve it at will. But what if I told you that this very idea might be holding you back from unlocking your true memory potential? The truth is, your brain is far more complex and beautiful than any hard drive. It's more like a garden, a vibrant ecosystem where memories are like delicate plants that need nurturing, pruning, and the right conditions to thrive and grow. Think about it. A hard drive simply stores information, unchanged and static. But your brain, it actively shapes, connects, and transforms information based on your experiences, emotions, and connections. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to learn: cramming. It's like dumping a whole bag of fertilizer on your garden all at once. Sure, you might see a burst of growth, but it's unsustainable and ultimately damaging. Your brain needs time to process information, to integrate it into the existing network of memories. That's where spaced repetition comes in. Think of it as gently watering your garden, providing consistent nourishment over time. Let's explore this together. Close your eyes for a moment and visualize your brain as a lush, vibrant garden. What does it need to flourish? Sunlight, water, rich soil? Now, think about what those things represent in your life. Sleep, healthy food, engaging activities that spark your curiosity and ignite your imagination. These are the nutrients that your brain craves. Consider this: memories are the flowers in the garden of your mind. Tend to them with care, and they will blossom beautifully. This idea echoes the work of Santiago Ramon Y. Cahill, a pioneering neuroscientist who emphasized the incredible plasticity of our brains, their ability to change and adapt throughout our lives. So, ditch the hard drive mentality and embrace the garden within. Nurture it, tend to it, and watch your memory bloom. What if we tried this? Imagine having the ability to recall vast amounts of information with ease, effortlessly reciting speeches, poems, or even thousands of digits of pi. Sounds like something only Sherlock Holmes could do, right? Well, what if I told you that you too can unlock this incredible power with a technique called the Memory Palace? The Memory Palace, also known as the method of loci, is a historical technique that dates back to ancient times. Orators and scholars used it to remember lengthy speeches and complex arguments. The basic idea is simple. You associate the information you want to remember with vivid images in a familiar location. This location could be your home, your school, or even a completely fictional place. How does it work? Let's say you want to remember a grocery list: milk, eggs, bread, and cheese. Imagine walking through your front door. As you step inside, you see a giant carton of milk overflowing onto the floor. In the living room, a flock of chickens is laying eggs all over the furniture. In the kitchen, a loaf of bread is dancing on the counter. And in your bedroom, a giant wheel of cheese is snoring in your bed. The more bizarre and memorable the images, the better. Now, let's bring this into the real world. There's a modern memory champion who used the memory palace to memorize thousands of digits of pi. He visualized walking through a familiar street, associating each sequence of numbers with a specific object or person along the way. The key is to create a vivid and engaging story in your mind. Let's explore this together. Right now, imagine your bedroom. Think about the layout, the furniture, the details. Now, pick a few key spots. The door, the bed, the desk, the window. These will be the loci, the locations within your memory palace. Now, let's say you want to remember 3 important dates in history: 1492, 1776, and 1969. At the door, picture Christopher Columbus discovering America. On your bed, imagine signing the Declaration of Independence. And at your desk, envision the moon landing. Your mind is a stage, and memories are actors. The memory palace provides the stage and the props for a memorable performance. This concept draws inspiration from Cicero, the Roman orator, who championed the use of the loci method. So, build your mental fortress, populate it with vivid images, and prepare to be amazed by the power of your memory. What if we tried this? Have you ever stared at a textbook filled with endless facts and figures, feeling completely overwhelmed? It's like trying to swallow an elephant whole, isn't it? It seems impossible. But what if I told you there's a way to break that elephant down into bite-sized pieces, making it much easier to digest? That's where chunking comes in. Chunking is a powerful technique that transforms overwhelming information into manageable units. Instead of trying to memorize a long string of unrelated facts, you group them together into meaningful patterns. Think of it like packing for a trip. Instead of throwing everything haphazardly into your suitcase, you organize your clothes into outfits, roll them up to save space, and group similar items together. The science behind chunking is fascinating. Our brains process information more efficiently when it's organized into meaningful patterns. It's easier to remember a phone number when it's broken down into 3 chunks, like 555-123-4567. Rather than trying to memorize all 10 digits at once, let's explore this together. Try to memorize this string of numbers: 48,163,264,128. Difficult, right? Now, let's chunk it. 48,163,264,128. Suddenly, it becomes much easier. You might notice that each number is double the previous one. By recognizing this pattern, you've transformed a random string of digits into a meaningful sequence. You can use acronyms, rhymes, or visual cues to create memorable chunks of information. For example, to remember the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. You can use the acronym Roy G. Biv. Or, to remember the order of the planets, you can use the mnemonic "My very educated mother just served us noodles." The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks, and then starting on the first one. Mark Twain's wisdom applies perfectly to memory. So, embrace the power of chunking. Break down those overwhelming tasks into manageable pieces and start taking those first steps towards mastering your memory. What if we tried this? How many times have you found yourself rereading the same notes over and over again, hoping that the information will magically sink in? It's a common study habit, but what if I told you that it's actually one of the least effective ways to learn? You're trapped in the illusion of knowing, passively absorbing information without truly engaging with it. Active recall, on the other hand, is a game changer. Instead of simply rereading, you actively test yourself, forcing your brain to retrieve information from memory. This process strengthens the neural pathways associated with that information, making it easier to recall in the future. Think of it like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Let's explore this together. Imagine 2 brain scans, one of someone rereading notes and another of someone actively recalling information. The rereading scan shows relatively low levels of brain activity, a passive absorption of information. But the active recall scan, it's a firestorm of neural activity, a vibrant display of the brain working hard to retrieve and reconstruct information. There are many ways to incorporate active recall into your study routine. Flashcards are a classic tool, allowing you to test yourself on key concepts and definitions. Practice questions force you to apply your knowledge and solve problems. And the Feynman technique, named after the brilliant physicist Richard Feynman, involves explaining a concept in simple terms, identifying gaps in your understanding, and then filling those gaps through further study. Rereading is like admiring a painting from afar. Active recall is like sketching it yourself, internalizing every detail. By actively engaging with the material, you're not just memorizing facts, you're building a deeper understanding, connecting ideas, and creating lasting memories. So, break free from the trap of passive rereading, embrace the active recall revolution, and unlock the true power of your memory. What if we tried this? We've explored powerful techniques for improving your memory, but it's important to remember that your brain doesn't operate in a vacuum. External factors like stress, lack of sleep, and poor nutrition can significantly impact your ability to learn and remember information. These are the environmental factors that can sabotage even the best memory strategies. Stress and lack of sleep are memory killers. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that can interfere with memory formation and retrieval. And when you're sleep deprived, your brain struggles to consolidate memories, meaning that information you learned during the day is less likely to stick. Sleep is the sculptor of memory, shaping the raw clay of experience into lasting forms. During sleep, your brain replays the events of the day, strengthening neural connections and transferring information from short-term to long-term memory. It's like hitting the save button on your mental hard drive. But sleep isn't the only piece of the puzzle. Your brain also needs the right fuel to function optimally. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon and walnuts, support brain health and improve cognitive function. Antioxidants, found in fruits and vegetables, protect your brain cells from damage, and staying hydrated is crucial for maintaining focus and concentration. Let's explore this together. Implement a routine that includes regular sleep, healthy meals, and mindfulness exercises to improve focus. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Incorporate brain-boosting foods into your diet, and practice mindfulness techniques like meditation or deep breathing to reduce stress and improve focus. Just as a sculptor needs the right tools and materials to create a masterpiece, your brain needs the right conditions to create lasting memories. By prioritizing sleep, nutrition, and focus, you're not just improving your memory, you're investing in your overall well-being. What if we tried this? We've journeyed through the fascinating landscape of memory, uncovering powerful techniques to unlock your brain's hidden potential. From the ancient art of the memory palace to the modern science of chunking and active recall, we've explored strategies that can transform your memory from a liability into your greatest asset. And we've emphasized the crucial role of sleep, nutrition, and focus in creating the optimal environment for memory to thrive. Now, it's time to put these techniques into practice. Experiment with the memory palace, building your mental fortress and populating it with vivid images. Master the art of chunking, breaking down overwhelming information into manageable pieces. Embrace the active recall revolution, testing yourself and actively retrieving information from memory. And prioritize sleep, nutrition, and focus, creating a brain-boosting routine that supports your cognitive function. Remember that memory improvement is a journey, not a destination. It requires practice, dedication, and a willingness to experiment. Not every technique will work for everyone. The key is to find what resonates with you, what fits your learning style, and what you enjoy. To support you on your journey, I've included links to additional resources in the description below. You'll find recommendations for memory training, apps, books, and websites that can provide further guidance and inspiration. So, take those first steps, embrace the challenge, and unlock the incredible power of your memory. With practice and dedication, anyone can transform their mind into a memory master. The possibilities are endless. Now, go forth and create a sharper, more vibrant mind. What will you remember today?